Welcome in to Game 38 of the 2024 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by the folks who are one with the Force, and who the Force, and who the Force is one with as well. The powerful people over at Zappos. You win some, you lose some. Both teams in Banana Land trying to win the capital of California today. Sacramento is on the line. The Party Animals with a 1-point win on Thursday night. The Bananas with a thrilling 1-point win an evening ago. And this evening, you get round 3 from Sutter Health Park with over 14,000 fans on hand. That makes it over 42,000 fans across the weekend, the biggest stop on this young tour so far. And it all hangs in the balance. The Bananas are 1 win away from claiming California for the 2nd straight tour. The Party Animals trying to leave the Golden State with 3 wins and 3 losses apiece. With Josh Chalevsky, I'm Biko Scala. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday night with us here in virtual Banana Land. It was a wild win for the Nanners. They were dominating for most of the game. The Party Animals with a thrilling comeback, but it was a little, too late as the Nanners walked it off with Jackson Olsen in the 9th.
Well, what we learned from last night's ball game is you want to use your golden batter in banana ball games. We saw the Party Animals utilize their golden batter after Dustin Baber collected a 2-out single to try and start a rally for the Party Animals. They bring Reese Hampton to the plate as the golden batter, the game-tying point at the plate. Unfortunately for Reese, hit by the pitch, but Jason Swan, a batter later, was able to draw a ball-4 sprint, and both Baber and Hampton came around to score, tying the game for the Party Animals. And then in the final inning of play for the Savannah Bananas, when they were up to bat, D.R. Meadows comes in as the golden batter, collects an opposite field single to get Eric Jones Jr. into second base. They pinch run him for Malachi Mitchell, and a couple batters later, Jackson Olsen able to deliver the game-winning fielder's choice for the Bananas as flashes speed too much for Dustin Baber's throw home. So we learned we want to see the golden batter more in games, and both of these teams trying to win, of course, the city of Sacramento, and the Bananas trying to win California a 2nd straight year. The Party Animals trying to even it up here in the Golden State.
It is Game 38 of the 2024 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by the people who would never tell you you are too short for a stormtrooper. The rock stars over at Zappos. It is the battle for the big tomato. The Bananas and Party Animals with a win apiece so far here in Sacramento. And the capital of California is on the line. The Bananas 3-2 here in the Golden State, trying to win it for the 2nd straight year. Here is how they align defensively in our final game in California. From left to right in the outfield, it is Brandon Crosby, Reese Alexiadis, and Noah Bridges. Third to first in the infield, D.R. Meadows, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Eric Jones Jr. Behind the dish is Bill Leroy, and on the mound is Danny Hosley.
Last night, Ryan Cox had 4 trick plays for the Savannah Bananas. It was the 14th time in his banana ball career he has had 4 or more trick plays in a game. That leads every player to have ever played banana ball. And by the way, 40 of Coxey's 85 trick plays have come in games out west this season. Meanwhile, a refreshing outfield alignment for the Bananas tonight. Tyler Gillum and Adam Byron really wanted to get Brandon Crosby and Noah Bridges starts in this series, and that's why you see the transition for D.R. Meadows starting at 3rd base tonight. It is his first career start in the infield as a banana ball player.
Guy who was all over the infield in his debut in Banana Land the summer of 2022, but that was baseball. This is Banana Ball, and nobody in the history of our young sport has been a better pitcher than Danny Hosley, the pride of Vienna, Virginia. Normally the closer for the Nanners, now getting a start for the 3rd straight weekend.
4th start of the tour for Danny Hosley, and the last start we saw from him was the best one of his banana ball career. Did not pick up a win, but through 3 strong innings, only gave up 1 hit to the Party Animals, did not allow a ball-4 sprint, struck out 5 batters, and threw just 36 pitches. The average MPI time for Danny Hosley, just 3 minutes and 6 seconds on average to record 3 outs.
Let's look at the Party Animals lineup that opposes him. For the first time in 38 games this year, Reese Hampton is not at the top. Jake Skoll is leading it off. Reese just one spot down in the 2-hole, then Dalton Cornett hitting third, and Chase Acuff cleaning it up. Bryson Bloomer, Tanner Thomas, and Jordan Hussein in the middle. Bronson Ballholm, Jason Swan, and Dustin Baber the bottom three.
The Party Animals stacking left-handed batters early in this ballgame to see if they can attack Danny Hosley. You've got the lefty Skoll, the switch hitter Hampton, who will be batting from that left side, and of course Cornett, the top three. And we can't forget Chase Acuff batting cleanup, 500 against Danny Hosley on tours. We send this to the young professor.
Start the clock. 1, 2, 3. Showtime!
Here comes one of the greatest hitters we have ever seen in Banana Ball history, Jake Skoll. The 15th overall draft pick back in 2010. Texas Rangers nabbed him in the first round. Spent 5 years in their organization, 2 more as a New York Yankees minor leaguer. This is his 4th Banana Ball World Tour, 2nd with the Party Animals. Takes a fastball just a bit inside. He is not shocked at all that Hosley threw that thing behind his tuchus. And put on his 2nd concert in as many nights here in the Camellia City. Thank you very much for the ditty, Kane Brown. How about a blast here from Jake Skoll deep at the track? Noah Bridges with his derriere up against it. Fires the banana ball behind his head, a souvenir for the folks out there on the berm.
And judging by the reaction from Jake Skoll dropping the bat, felt like he had left the yard to lead off of this ball game. Even Danny Hosley looking down at the dirt on the pitcher's mound, feeling like he had possibly surrendered the long ball, but really good by Noah Bridges, tracking that one down on the warning track. Ball stays in the yard, and it's a big first out for Danny Hosley, and now gets to settle in more against Reese Hampton.
Switch hitting center fielder, as I mentioned, had led off the first 37 games of this year for the Party Animals. Happy to follow up his partner in crime. Skoll, Hampton, and Bloomer affectionately call each other Bingo, Bango, and Bongo. Hitting 1, 2, and 5 tonight, respectively. And a cut and a miss. That is the devastating Vulcan changeup for Danny Hosley, who's fired up for his first K of the night.
Beautiful execution from Danny Hosley, and at the moment, things going a little tough for Reese Hampton. Just 1 hit across his last 4 games for the Party Animals overall.
That's after he started this 6-game California road trip with a 3-for-5 performance in Fresno, including 2 home runs, 1 from each side of the plate. Dalton Cornett bashes that one a mile outside of Sutter Health Park. The pride of Pippa Passes, Kentucky, just a bit early. Like Hampton before him in his 3rd World Tour, although Cornett has been a Party Animal in each iteration. Watches the fastball sail in high. Hosley a 3-pitch mix. Heater, the Vulcan change, and a 12-6 curveball. That's a great take by DC3 on the change.
Similar pitch to what he threw to Reese Hampton to get the punch out. Wanted to see if Cornett was going to chase. Does not. And now we'll roll this one over to second base. Behind the back and under the legs. Jackson Olsen comes up with the first trick play of the ball game for the Bananas. One of the best we've seen from the grade 8.
46th of the year in 51 attempts. That was a doozy from the kid out of New Milford, Connecticut. Look out, nearly clipped himself in the noggin with the flip behind the back. And then adds some spice going under the leg to first. 3 up, 3 down for Hosley. The Party Animals need to put up a goose egg to avoid falling behind 1-0, 1 inning in for the 2nd straight night. Here's how they line it up defensively. Left to right in the outfield, you see Tanner Thomas, Reese Hampton, and Jake Skoll. In the infield, 3rd to 1st, it's Jordan Hussein, Chase Acuff, Dustin Baber, and Jason Swan. Behind the plate is Dalton Cornett, and on the bump, Sean Fluke.
For the first time since the 5th of April, Chase Acuff was not able to record a trick play out last night for the Party Animals. He had the longest streak in Banana Ball. That, of course, is no more. Now, Dustin Baber had one of the 2 Party Animals trick plays last night at second base. And we see once again Jordan Hussein moving into play third base. The Party Animals love what he can do defensively. Of course, on Thursday night, I should say, we saw Hussein with a trick play for the Animals.
Let's briefly check in on the world's slowest race. There was no activity, and as you get a look at the numbers for Sean Fluke, the toddlers attempting to crawl in the bottom left corner of your screen as the folks off screen continue to move the finish line closer due to the lack of movement from our contestants. Sean Fluke, in his 3rd season as a Party Animal, came in as the self-proclaimed strikeout king. We like to call him Mr. Undeniable.
Well, he's averaging 3 minutes and 10 seconds per inning this year in the time that it takes him to get 3 outs. And in Sean Fluke's last start, 3 credited innings on the mound, pitched across 4, gave up 5 hits to the Bananas, and allowed a run, but it was not earned against him. And Sean Fluke working quickly out on the mound. In fact, threw a 1 minute and 27 second first inning last Sunday. And what's more, we even saw Sean Fluke swap positions, move to third base last Sunday, and record a trick play with Chase Acuff pitching on the mound.
Look at the Bananas lineup now. D.R. Meadows, Michael Deeb, Reese Alexiadis, the top 3. Dan Oberst, Eric Jones Jr., Bill Leroy in the middle, and then Jackson Olsen, Brandon Crosby, Noah Bridges, and Ryan Cox, the bottom 4. And there's the big slurve from Flukie. 1-0 count on the tour leader in batting average. Got to look at it there. DR hitting .407 as the foul ball not caught. Also pacing all hitters with his .469 on base percentage. Nobody better to have at the top of your lineup. Skies this one to right. Skull battling the sun. Down to his knees. Pulls off the worm and has his 8th trick play in a dozen tries.
Well, Jake Skull didn't have to move very much to get to that ball, and with that being said, knew that he could drop down to the knees, surrender his mobility, and come up with another trick play catch this season, most of them via that worm.
It's the first year in his illustrious 4 seasons of Banana Ball that he's blessed us with that trick play. He's going behind the back for the majority of his trick plays last season, as Michael D punishes this ball, but tracked down by Hampton as he fires it in from the warning track in dead center. That one testing the limits of Sutter Health Park, but 403 feet to the wall in dead center. There's still some room to play with there for Hampton.
And just a minute and a half into this first inning, Sean Fluke once again working quickly out on the mound. Loves just allowing the Bananas to put the ball in play, and Reese Alexiadis trying to do it there, went first pitch hacking, fouled it back to the screen.
Saw Fluke drop down. He likes to goof around with arm angles. He'll go sidearm again as he fires a changeup down and in. It's primarily 4-seam fastball, the change you just saw, 12-6 curveball and a slider. He will mix up the slider and curve and turn them into the slurve that you saw for his first pitch of the night. And 1-2 floats that one down and out.
Trying to get Alexiadis to extend his strike zone, fish at that one, but we've seen a very disciplined approach for the most part this season from Alexiadis, now taking inside, the count's run full.
He's hitting .289, 10 ball, 4 sprints, compared to 16 strikeouts in his rookie Banana Ball campaign as he fouls that away. And we'll get another payoff from the kid out of Hudson, Florida.
And has reached base in 4 straight games for the Bananas, with walk-offs in 3 of those last 4. Now skies this one into center field. Reese Hampton ranging into right center will come up with the catch, and the Bananas go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the first, and Sean Fluke out of the frame in 2 minutes and 53 seconds.
3 towering fly balls. Both pitchers exchange 1, 2, 3 frames, and we're scoreless through 1. As it's time to break down the newest rule in Banana Ball, the golden batter. Remember, once per game, a team may send out any hitter in the lineup to bat in any spot. And the whole goal is that your best hitter can hit when the game is on the line. We saw both teams use their golden batter in the 9th inning an evening ago.
And we saw 2 excellent matchups. It's also worth noting Austin Krasminski, with the lowest opponent's batting average this season, faces off against the most prolific hitter in the history of the Party Animals, Reese Hampton. And then on the other side of things, D.R. Meadows, the only man still batting over 400 on tour, faces off against the best pitcher for the Party Animals this season in Garrett Delano in the final inning. And we look at the numbers this season, the Party Animals have used the golden batter 12 times. Collectively, the golden batter's batting .250. And meanwhile, the Bananas using it 1 time more than the Animals, and they are batting .333, with a lot of those hits coming as of late from the likes of Noah Bridges, Dan Oberst, and D.R. Meadows. 2 for 2 lifetime as the golden batter.
I would wager no golden batters are used in the 2nd inning. Those are preserved for late inning heroics, at least in this stage of its history in Banana Ball. This is only the 38th game the golden batter has been in effect for, as Chase Acuff quickly behind Owen. What a smile on the face of the Party Animal shortstop, batting cleanup for the bad boys in Banana Land tonight. He's in his 2nd World Tour, pride of St. Petersburg, Florida. And what a campaign he's having as he watches that one bounce in front of the dish. Good stop by Leroy.
Well, he's had a reason to take some big hacks against Danny Hosley, considering Acuff with a home run against the righty this season and a double as well.
And he goes down swinging. That's the 12-6 curveball. Leroy rolls it to first base. 2nd strikeout of the ball game for Hosley. 1 down here in the 2nd. Now it'll be Bryson Bloomer, the designated hitter, who was getting some words of advice from Bingo. That would be Reese Hampton. Bloomer, as we mentioned, Bongo. Reese was talking about what Hosley's working with tonight. We'll see if it pays off for the 2nd-year Party Animal. That one chopped to 3rd. Tough hop for D.R. Meadows. It's going to be an infield single for Bloomer.
D.R. looked like he had a great beat on that ball off the bat of Bryson Bloomer as he was charging for it. And then you just saw some particular spot in that infield grass where it took a little bit of a tricky hop on him. And most definitely an infield single for Bloomer.
It looked like it was right around the lip of the grass. Hit an invisible ramp and swings off of the doctor's chest. It's DR's first start in his 2-year Banana Ball career, not in center field. But across his 5 years of college, he was primarily an infielder. It was really only his freshman campaign. And we played a little bit of outfield later on in the year, as Chipola College tried to make a playoff push. That one launched foul. 0-2 count on tonight's donut hitter, Tanner Thomas. Party Animals left fielder heating up lately. Bouncer in the dirt. Bloomer's taking off for 2nd. Perfect throw from Leroy, and just in time. 3rd base umpire Don Say there to make the call. Aggressive base running. Bloomer, a graduate of Tyler Gilliam's Green Light Special base running system. The tagline being pressure burst pipes. Puts the pressure on Leroy, and he delivers.
Bill Leroy, since coming back from a 4-game absence, has thrown out 3 runners behind the plate for the Bananas. And we've mentioned it, Bryson Bloomer not 100% healthy, especially in his base running abilities. That probably hindered him in trying to get into second there as Tanner Thomas swings at the 1-2 offering, a sliding play and throw on to first from Jackson Olsen. Back-to-back innings where he has had phenomenal plays to end the frame.
Smooth as silk from the great eight. Let's get it down to the young professor and Jake Lialios for tonight's crowd sing-off.
Sing the rest of the lyrics, but we're going to turn it into a competition. Jake Lialios, who are you representing over there?
What's up, everybody? I'm over here with the wildest fans in sports, bringing some party animal energy to the third base side and left field line. I know these party people are ready to sing. Let me hear you.
All right, handsome fella, we get it. But I'm over here representing our fans behind first base, out in right field, over in the berm, the best in class of Sacramento. Let's go, hit it, Shark.
Oh, don't make me dance dirty up here.
You sound so beautiful, Sacramento. Oh, you're still going. The first point of this sing-off goes to the third base left field side.
Oh, yeah!
Hot start, everybody.
Let's get it back. Push him, what?
Oh, yes. All right, y'all. We are all tied up. The first base right field side gets that point.
One more.
This is for the win, y'all.
Uh-oh. Don't bring Whitney when it's all on the line. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, Sacramento, this is crazy. I hate that I have to pick a winner. You guys are so amazing. The winner of tonight's sing-off is the third base left field side, Jake Lialios.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first annual roast of Sean Fluke. Please welcome to the podium our first roaster, number 19, Dan Oberst.
Wow, what an opportunity. You know, I'll tell you, me and Sean Fluke are actually from the same hometown. And I gotta say, you know when you pop a zit and a little blood comes out? That's kind of what Sean Fluke looks like.
That's a good start, Dan. Mr. Oberst, originally from Long Island, New York, around 8 years old. He took his talents down to the St. Petersburg area from Largo, Florida, as we mentioned in the first inning. Fluke from Hudson, Florida, also the St. Petersburg area. And the man out of Fleming Island, Florida, Tanner Thomas, will put that away for out number one.
A Florida to Florida.
Our next
to Florida
roaster
connection.
taking the stand, please welcome number 3, Eric Jones.
Hey, I think it's really great to see Sean Fluke start to mentor some of the younger guys on the team. I mean, thanks to him, now Chase Acuff knows exactly what his life could look like in the next 5 years if everything went wrong.
There it is. There's the hammer. And now the aforementioned Chase Acuff will come on in to pitch to EJ because Sean Fluke is simply sick of dealing with the Charlotte, North Carolina native. EJ pacing the tour with 7 home runs. Take a look at his numbers on the graphic there. He's been incredible as Acuff plunks Jones Jr. Gets the bat thrown in his general direction. And the inning-winning run aboard. And now a water balloon fight's commencing. It turns out that the former Twins and Mariners minor leaguer being plunked incited the most vicious battle in banana ball history. Things are going off the rails here. Water balloons still flying from dugout to dugout.
Vincent Chapman got caught up in the line of fire.
Our next roaster to the podium, please welcome number 1, Bill Leroy.
Yeah, if you ever wonder what Santa Claus looked like when he was young, just picture Sean Fluke, but in better shape.
That's good. That's good. EJ's is still my favorite.
It's Sean Fluke found a home with us at the Party Animals, so we're all spared from seeing him employed as the worst mall Santa.
Oh, Dalton Cornette going after his battery mate. We did not see the Party Animals catcher getting in on the action. It was not on my bingo card here for the first annual roast of Sean Fluke. Hot shot to Hussein. He goes between the legs. Baber between the legs at second, and the throw goes into the Bananas dugout. Swanee couldn't catch it at the apex of his jump.
Please welcome our next roaster, number 8, Jackson Olsen.
Sean Fluke. You know, a lot of people call the Party Animals the frat boys of banana ball, but I don't think that's fair. Most of them couldn't get into college.
Well, that was a shot at not just Sean Fluke, but all of the bad boys of Banana Land. Jackson just spraying and praying there. And he fouls away the first pitch changeup. Slider down and in. 1-1 count on the Nanners' second baseman, hitting .320 in his sophomore campaign. Bill Leroy leads off second, representing the inning-winning run. Fluke's athletic tape dangling off his right arm. And that one sprayed into left. It's going to walk the inning off. Jackson Olsen with his 8th walk-off of the tour. And after winning the game for the Nanners last night, he gives them their first lead here in Game 3 in Sacramento.
He's done great offensively in all 3 games here in Sacramento and is now up to 13 hits to the opposite field this season. That is something that he has improved on immensely in 2024.
Another look at the walk-off. Because of the trick play miss from Dustin Baber, the Nanners strike first. And we'll get it down to Maceo Harrison with Party Animals and Bananas
Garrett
for tonight's
DeClue,
player dance.
Brett Helton, Dalton Ponce, and Jake Lialios from your Savannah Bananas. Andy Archer, Christian Dearman, Austin Kersmitsky, and Malachi Mitchell. Let's have a good old-fashioned dance battle.
What a dance from both sides. Maceo at the middle of it all. And how about Tyler Gillum? His third baseman, D.R. Meadows, getting his first start in the infield in his banana ball career. He said, "Coach, you're one of the best infielding gurus I have ever come across in life. So I'd like to see you handle the hot corner for an inning." This is earlier today. Gillum telling us that he was about to show us how Nolan Arenado does it. And Gilly getting his work in, preparing to be a banana ball infielder for the first time in his athletic career.
Well, he's always handled infield coaching duties throughout his time with the Savannah Bananas. And he's now trying to show all these guys how you really do it, and at the hot corner, no less. A great challenge for the Bananas head coach tonight.
Rocking his patented cowboy boots. It's the party animal's third baseman who lines one past him. Gilly goes full extension, can't snag it. And it is potentially going to be a triple, fired in, yes! How about the wheels from Jordan Hussein? The throw came into the cutoff at second. Ryan Cox and Jordan showing off the wheels. Grabs his first career triple in banana ball.
Very aggressive hustle from Jordan Hussein. Nothing new from the Party Animals third baseman. And what excellent reaction time still from Tyler Gillum trying to lay out and make that play. Very close.
Good to see Coach getting dirty. As now Bronson Ballholm and Dalton Ponce are doing their best. Timbaland and Nelly Furtado impersonations, respectively. That is one promiscuous boy and one promiscuous girl. What a way for Ponce to celebrate his birthday. A couple California kids in their final banana ball game in their home state this year, just putting on the performance of their lifetimes.
I mean, if it wasn't already hot here in Sutter Health Park tonight, it just got a lot hotter after that walk-up.
Ponce, 24 years old, never looked better on somebody. Ballholm, originally born in Arizona. But moved to the Los Angeles area in 6th grade, near the UCLA campus in Brentwood. Family's still there, so he gets to claim 2 states as his home. 1-2 coming to the switch-hitting extra hitter. Check swing. That's a great hold on Hosley's Vulcan changeup. And a defensive swing. Ballholm stays alive.
You can see Ballholm shortening up the swing just a little bit with 2 strikes here against Danny Hosley. You also see Tyler Gillum starting to shade in towards that infield grass on the third base side, possibly expecting Ballholm to try and hit it to the opposite way.
Payoff pitch misses. Hosley went with the changeup. It did not fool Bronson Ballholm, who will grab 2 bases on the sprint. Remember when ball 4 is fired in Banana Land, all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live. And what a job by the Animals extra hitter. Behind 1-2 against the most prolific strikeout pitcher in banana ball history. And he works the sprint while grabbing his 11th run batted in of the year.
And 9 of those 11 runs batted in have come via the ball 4 sprint for Bronny. His patience continues to be one of his strongest skill sets when it comes to helping this Party Animal squad.
It's not surprising. He's one of the brightest brains in Banana Land. With a physics degree from Beloit College. He's working on finishing up an aerospace engineering degree from Arizona State. He finished up his final 2 years of college baseball. And of course, just throwing a couple minors in computer science and math while we're at it. Jason Swan, the 5-year man out of Georgia Southern. He has a 2-1 count. He's still pacing the Party Animals in batting average, hitting .333. Dangerous man to have situated in your 9-hole. Gives the fans an opportunity, and they can't come up with it. And fascinating to see if Gillum gets any more opportunities at third. This is the first time he's played third base in a game since the East Central University alumni game back in 2010, back in Ada, Oklahoma. Speaking of the genius of Bronson Ballholm, anybody who has had the infielding tutelage of Tyler Gillum will tell you this guy is as smart as they come when it comes to everything infield defense. It starts with positioning, and then attacking the ball, and everything that comes after that that's a hot shot up the middle, base knock for Swan. Stop sign from Vava for Ballholm because Alexiadis has a hose. Shows it off, perfect strike to Leroy at the dish. And Party Animals at the corners. 1 run already home, still no outs. To the 10-hole we go.
These are the situations that Danny Hosley doesn't often find himself in banana ball. Usually just coming in to throw 1 inning at the end of ball games. For Danny trying to go out for a 3rd frame here, but might already be getting a little winded out there on the mound. Of course, does not usually see the pitch count reach this high, nearing 40 pitches today.
He threw 3 innings of 1-hit ball with 5 strikeouts, keeping the pitch count under 40 last Sunday in Fresno. This one popped to the right side. We'll see if Ballholm tags. Bridges trying to deke him. He's got a cannon, fires it home. Perfect throw. Bronny is a dead duck. Boy, you couldn't have placed it in Bill Leroy's glove any better if you were 1 foot in front of him. What a howitzer from Bridges.
What's just Bridges' 2nd start in right field this season for the Bananas. We obviously know he has a terrific arm in that right field spot. But for Bronson Ballholm, a rookie to banana ball, not too familiar with Bridges' game defensively, and it costs him and the Party Animals here in the 3rd.
Yeah, Bridges is a 5-tool guy, the definition of it. Unbelievable speed. The amazing arm you see right there as Cox grabs the pop-up from Jake Skoll. He's got the pop to boot as well, and we'll see if he can show it off in the bottom of the 3rd. It's the bottom 3 for the Bananas. Crosby, Bridges, and Cox due to swing it. Before that, we go down to the young professor.
And then when the night is over, there is a lot of trash everywhere. And I get it, there's a lot of people. So we decided we're going to get the cleanup going a little bit early tonight with a little game we call Out Dash the Trash. I got a couple of dads down here. I got Patrick and Alex, and their sons Weston and Austin are down there inside some trash bags. Now when I say go, the boys are going to hop. They're playing the role of the trash. They're going to start hopping their way around the bases. The dads are going to go at the same time. They have to pick up the trash cans, put the boys or the trash inside the lid, and make it all the way home for a nice speedy pickup. Gentlemen, are we ready? Boys, are we ready? And we're going to outdash the trash in 3, 2, 1, go. There go the boys. They're hopping. They're moving. Uh-oh. Dads are coming in hot. They're scooping them up. Uh-oh. All right. Oh, wait. Oh. He's all right. He's okay. You gotta push it. You gotta push the trash. You have to push it. Go, go, go. Oh man. I'm not giving it to him. He cheated along the way. Give it up for our winners of Out Dash the Trash. Disqualification.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over all over the ring, and then I start eating garbage, and then I pick up the trash can and I bash a guy in the head.
I eat garbage. Ah, quick, did I get you?
It's for all our Always Sunny fans out there. Excellent first promotion. I enjoyed that a lot.
I want to be one of the contestants riding in the trash can.
I'd push you around.
Oscar the Grouch type vibe.
Oh, I was a big Sesame Street guy growing up. Back up the middle, sliding stop Baber. He didn't have a chance in the world to get the incredibly speedy Brandon Crosby, who notches his 8th hit of the year. Getting the start in left field with Robert Anthony Cruz out of the lineup for the night with a sore groin, nothing serious. Just playing it safe so that he can be back to hopefully 100% next weekend in Oklahoma City. And with Meadows moving into the infield, Alexiadis taking over center, that also opened up right field for Noah Bridges in his second World Tour. He is a fan favorite. Big cut and a miss on the changeup there from Fluke.
Way out in front of the bender for Sean Fluke. Bridges just 2 for 16 against Flukie last season, but one of those hits, a monster home run in Cooperstown on the final game of the 2023 World Tour.
We got back-to-back changeups, and there goes the heater, nowhere close to the zone. Count even at 2-2. Crosby always a threat to run over at first. Officially 3 for 6 on the tour in stolen base attempts, but 2 of those caught stealing of first, and both of them miscommunications on balls he thought were ball 4. He was off to the races for what he thought were sprints.
Just got a little too aggressive during those plate appearances. They wound up costing him and the Bananas, as now the full count pitch hammered out to deep right field, and Noah Bridges has left the yard against Sean Fluke once again. The Bananas walk up in back-to-back innings, and what a way for Noah Bridges to lift off and out of Sutter Oak Park in his second start this season.
What a blast from the pride of Four Oaks, North Carolina, who still has to touch home plate. There it is.
I never watched it.
Sends the ball to the bullpen, and the Nanners lead 2-0. Let's get it down to the young professor for our kiss-off.
Man, we are feeling the love here tonight. Yes, we went in through the crowd and we picked out 3 couples for a good old-fashioned kiss-off. They're going to show us their best kiss, and you're going to vote to see who did it the best. Let's go over to this couple here. Guys, what are your names?
Isaiah.
Ashley.
Isaiah and Ashley. How long you been married?
About a year and 3 months.
All right, 15 months. Let's see some kissing. What do you guys got? Those are boos. They'll get it. They're only a year. It's all right. All right, next up, who are we?
Daryl.
Cindy.
Daryl and Cindy. And Cindy, how long you guys been married?
21 years.
21 years. A little experience. Well, let's see what some experience looks like. Oh, Daryl. Easy, Daryl. Easy. All right, that was better. All right, last but not least, what are your names, guys?
Joanna.
John.
Joanna and John. Joanna, how long you been married?
56 years in June.
56 years. I don't need to say anything. Let's see some smooching. Oh!
Yes!
Oh, hey! Oh, they know just what to do. All right, fans, it's time to vote. Is our winner Ashley and Isaiah? How about Cindy and Daryl? Or what about Joanna and John? Your winners in a kiss-off, Joanna and John.
Bananas lead 2-0, 3 innings in. We go to the top of the 4th, and Jared Donaldson comes in to relieve Danny Hosley.
Followed Danny Hosley last Sunday in Fresno, California, and for Donnie, turned in what might have been his best relief outing of the tour this season. 2 2/3 strong innings, did not allow a ball four sprint. That was the most important thing for Jared Donaldson, only allowed 2 hits to the Party Animals. And despite them scoring a run against him, it was unearned due to a DR Meadows trick play missed in center field.
He comes in for 2, 3, and 4. Great to see both the YouTube and the K-Club chats going absolutely banana pants bonkers for Noah Bridges' first home run of 2024. Josh, a guy who had 3 a year ago, 2 of them out of the park, and then, of course, the inside the Parker in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Well, for Noah Bridges, he had been talking about, as he's been coming off the bench this season, feeling real good about his pinch-hitting abilities as this one grounded over to Eric Jones Jr. and the feed wide of Jared Donaldson. Reese Hampton, good heads-up base running, is going to advance to second base. Not the start Jared Donaldson, the Bananas, were looking for here in the top of the 4th. And going back to Noah Bridges, has loved the way he has seen the ball pinch hitting this season. Feels like he is making really hard contact. Unfortunately, just hitting a lot of balls right at people. Finally gets to draw that start, and it pays big dividends for the Bananas early in this game.
There's certainly been a lot of tough luck for Bridges. Came into that at bat 2 for 12 on the year. And now Donnie has Olsen, Cox, and Alexiadis behind him, all participating in a delightful 3-2-2 choreographed dance. Cornette puts some mustard behind this one to right center. Bridges moseys on over and has out number 1 here in the top of the 4th.
And that is, once again, another reason why having Noah Bridges in right field, helping the Savannah Bananas tonight, shifted into right center for that 4-2-2 defense, I should say, and is able to cover that ground where Reese Alexiadis was not, come up with the catch. But Reese Hampton still does use his speed to advance into third base.
Slider there from Donaldson, down and out to Chase Acuff. Hampton 90 feet away. As this one peppered towards the stands, not caught. Acuff struck out swinging against Hosley to lead off the second, his first time. Has to look out for Donaldson's dynamic splitter more than anything. There it is. It is a filthy pitch when it's on. Good 90 to 92 mile an hour fastball as well, as Hampton has to scamper back to third. Good job by DR, leaving the base to grab the errant throw from Leroy. Payoff pitch. Bananas bringing the infield in. And it's ball 4. Hampton will score easily from third. We'll see if Acuff tests the Bananas sprint defense. No, he thinks better of it, and that was a wise choice. We saw Ballholm grab 2 bases on the sprint in the third. But I think Acuff would have been toast at second if he tried the same here.
Smart decision by Chase Acuff just to stay with 1 base on the sprint. And for Acuff, the 4th sprint that he has drawn with runners in scoring position this season. He's also been the best Party Animals batter when it comes to batting average with runners in scoring position, pacing them with a .395 mark.
Grabs his 26th stake of the tour. His teammates will celebrate with a little shot on their dugout. The game continues. A fastball for strike 1 to Bryson Bloomer. Facing off against his collegiate Bananas teammate from the summer of 2022. Both of these guys, a big reason why the Nanners won back-to-back Pettit Cups. Bloomer was affectionately called Coach Bloomer by his teammates. It was only his 2nd year in Banana Land, but he took such an impressive leadership role. He was drawn up batting practice groups and really was, for all intents and purposes, while also producing, especially in the playoffs, an extra coach for that veteran staff.
Yeah, it was really fun to see all summer for Bryson Bloomer, and would also set the tone for a lot of guys when it came to going on the road, loading up the bus, and also staying loose out there and still remembering to have fun while on the field of play.
The flip the switch legend. Ready for a 3-2 from Donnie. It is high. Back-to-back sprints from the 2022 Peach Belt Conference Pitcher of the Year. Fastball control has been his big bugaboo here in his second professional banana ball season. When he does not have a firm idea of where the heater's going, it really throws everything else off because the splitter is based off of the fastball being able to be placed pretty much anywhere in the zone.
And usually, where I feel like we've seen that fastball miss the most this season is high to batters, and that's exactly what just happened there for Bryson Bloomer, able to draw the sprint. As Tanner Thomas hits this one foul, but the fans not coming up with the catch.
Tanner, a collegiate banana far before the likes of Bloomer, Donaldson, and Acuff. And Meadows, for that matter, ever blessed Banana Land with their presence. Thomas, a 2018 and 2019 collegiate banana, as Bloomer scampers back to first. Leroy throwing behind him. That was during the Tallahassee Community College days for Mr. Thomas, before he transferred to Virginia Tech for his final 3 years of eligibility. Here's our donut hitter, and is able to get a piece of that one. Shot one into the 4-hole his first time, was robbed of a hit. A nice sliding snag by Jackson Olsen.
And despite Tanner's hot hitting as of late, pretty good idea to make him tonight's donut batter. He has struck out in 9 straight games for the Party Animals.
Good sign there by Donaldson. Back-to-back heaters, filling up the zone. Thrown with some serious vigor at that. And he goes to the off speed, and Thomas doesn't bite. Big payoff here with Party Animals on each corner. Bloomer takes off. This one's fouled away. Fans could get Donaldson a huge out. They come up empty. The fans want donuts. They won't get them. 3 straight sprints. Acuff touches home. Bloomer goes from first to third. And Thomas has his 15th RBI of the year.
And another sprint resulting in a miss high from Jared Donaldson. You're trying to change it up with locations. You tried to get Tanner to chase with a splitter in the dirt, then figured try and elevate the fastball, at least hit the top half of the zone, missing just a little too high. And the Party Animals now with 2 runs in the inning and still threatening for more.
Jordan Hussein with the rare triple down the left field line his first time. You do not see that very often. Showed off his tremendous speed during that act of base running brilliance. It's his 3rd career extra base hit in Banana Land as he continues to give the fans some opportunities. And they continue to let him live in the right-handed batter's box. Hussein broke his 4th and 5th metacarpal in his right hand. The weekend before, he was due to report for spring training. But boy, once he has recovered, he's been a terrific Party Animal. Does not get the job done here as Crosby calls off Cox. Makes a nice basket catch and has out number 2.
Very close to that catch not being made. Looked like Ryan Cox was tracking it the whole way and going to come down with it. At the last second, you see him step away, allow Brandon Crosby to come in, make the catch without having to backpedal. Crosby just able to keep it in the glove, but juggling it just a hair.
Fastball just grazes the outside corner. Generous strike call there for Donaldson from Vincent Chapman. That ball struck well, but straight to Alexiadis. The Party Animals will have to settle for 2 runs. They're on no hits, an error in 3 sprints. As it's hey baby time here in Sutter Health Park. The young professor on the first base dugout letting everybody know it's time to get on your feet if you're able, because this is our final hey baby of the season here in California. With the beautiful Tower Bridge in the background, over 14,000 fans on hand here in the home of the Sacramento River Cats, AAA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants since the summer of 2015. The Oakland A's AAA ball club from 2000 through 2014 before that. And now the A's are set to make this their home as they play out their final season in the legendary Oakland Coliseum. They'll be playing their home games right here in West Sacramento come the 2025 Major League Baseball season. Well, it doesn't have the capacity of what most folks consider Major League Baseball stadiums to usually have. It is a wonderful venue for banana ball, and I think the A's will have a blast playing here as well. It's a terrific community, and when this place is jumping, it brings as much energy as I've seen across 151 banana ball games all time.
Practically taking the words right out of my mouth. 3 lively crowds this weekend in Sacramento as we get a look at Zach Blankenship, the left-hander, coming in to replace Sean Fluke in this ball game. Blankenship worked on Thursday against the Bananas, only gave up 1 hit, did not allow a run, and induced the 4th foul out to a fan in his banana ball career.
Here's Ryan Cox, and then at the top of the order, D.R. Meadows and Michael Deeb. Here in the bottom of the 4th, trying to protect a 2-run lead. And he goes right after Coxey. Gets him with the heater, and that is a rare sight. Only the 5th strikeout of the tour for the glove magician compared to his 7 ball 4 sprints earned.
Well, we saw Blankenship working quickly in the at-bat against Ryan Cox, and just well behind that heater from Blankenship. I think Coxey more so expecting Bam Bam to go with something off speed.
Blankenship from Fleming Island, Florida, just like his left fielder Tanner Thomas. The 2 of them have been great friends dating back to their youth. Bam Bam in his 2nd World Tour joined the Party Animals towards the back end of last year. There's a lot of those 2-seam sinkers that you saw him get Cox on. This one grabbed by Acuff between the legs. Handles a tough hop. 360s and sends it over to first for a miraculous trick play out.
It is the best trick play in the arsenal of Chase Acuff. Fired up after making that play. Completely turning his back to the batter. Is able to field it between the legs and go 360. Again, that is months and months of practice in the offseason paying off for Chase Acuff here in 2024.
Michael Vitamin Deeb jams, sends it into left center, and Hampton behind his back. Terrific trick play from the Party Animal center fielder. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Bam Bam, and the Party Animals cut the Nanners lead in points in half.
A strikeout, 2 thrilling trick plays, and a 1-minute and 50-second inning for Zach Blankenship as well. That was excellent banana ball from the Party Animals.
Children and teens in foster care across the country without a permanent home. To raise awareness and bring families together, we created a nonprofit called Bananas Foster. This organization is dedicated to celebrating those who are already making a difference in the foster care world while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, Bananas Foster is celebrating the Campbell family. The Campbells have been licensed since 2022. This family is passionate about providing a safe environment for teens in care, and they have welcomed 6 children and teens into their home in the last few years. In California, there are 55,000 children and teens in foster care needing a home, and folks like the Campbells are providing them safety every day. Fans, please help us celebrate the Campbell family as they come to the field tonight, and thank them for everything that they do for the foster care community right here in Sacramento.
Well, a major, enormous, and immense shout out to the Campbell family. A well-deserved standing ovation from the full capacity crowd here in the River City. Real-life superheroes in the middle of the group hug. And the 2-hour time limit from the first pitch to the final out in Banana Ball. The Nanners and Party Animals, 99.9% of the time, vicious enemies. Only superstars in the foster care community can bring them together. Or Kane Brown, Maceo Harrison. Okay, I guess there's only a couple things that can bring the two teams together and find a feeling of kumbaya in the midst of their battles.
I saw the gears turning in your head immediately.
It's one of those you just, as you go, you realize that the guys actually do kind of team up every once in a while. But you can see how vicious these contests are. And the constant sold-out crowds is a big reason why. The folks here in Sacramento, tremendous. As we've mentioned, over 14,000 on hand. And I notice in the K-Club chat, people debating how packed the Oakland A's games will be here as they possibly become the Sacramento A's. Will they still be called the Oakland A's?
These are questions I cannot answer. I am not Zoltar.
And we've got a ball up in the berm. It looks like that's our game ball. Noah Bridges waiting for the ball to be thrown from the berm. There he goes. He gets it from the fan. He will throw it to his relay man, Jackson Olsen, who tosses it to Jared Donaldson, who gets a ground ball past the dive of Eric Jones Jr. Swanee will pull up with a base knock. He has now reached safely in 6 straight times up to the dish. 3 for 3 with 3 ball 4 sprints in his last 6 plate appearances.
The check swing winds up working out for Jason Swan. Only goes halfway around and gets it just past the dive of Eric Jones Jr. at first base. And everything going very well for the Party Animals first baseman as of late is Dustin Baber. Skies this one out towards the fans in right field, but that one finds grass in that berm.
Vincent Chapman calls time. Dusts off home plate. Sends his catchers, or his umpiring mask rather, approximately 57 feet high, according to TrackMan. Good distance, above average for even Major League Baseball umpires.
And enough for it to be considered yet another yeet from Vincent Chapman.
Correct. As Baber steps in, 0-1 count. I'll try to finally finish up my Oakland A's Sacramento point. We'll have a 14,000 capacity stadium. The smallest MLB ballpark right now is Progressive Field in Cleveland. Nearly 35,000 fans can jam into what I've heard is a magnificent place for baseball. Of course, we're thrilled to bring Banana Ball there this coming August. It's golden hour here in Sacramento as Baber has to jackknife out of the way of the fastball, heading straight towards his face. And yet another full count. Donaldson laboring here in his second inning of work. That ball's destroyed. Baber, see you later. Second home run of his career. That thing, a lightning strike. And it's a 2 spot for the Animals in the 5th.
Allowed 3 sprints in the 4th inning, and now Jared Donaldson allowing back-to-back hits to open up the 5th inning. And for Dustin Baber, was expecting fastball with the 3-2 delivery. Jared Donaldson not looking to issue a 4th ball 4 sprint. And Dustin Baber was ready for the heater and collects now his 2nd home run in his Banana Ball career. And almost as fired up about that one as he was his very first.
Hot shot foul here from Jake Skoll. Burn, Baber, burn. Both his home runs coming on the West Coast. His first was in Albuquerque, New Mexico off Zach Phillips. Good to see some pop coming from the 10 hole for the Animals. Now we're back at the top of their order. Skoll flew out and popped out in both of his trips to the dish against Danny Hosley, and he'll line out. Diving catch to a barrel rolling Reese Alexiadis in center.
While that position is usually manned by DR Meadows, Reese Alexiadis shows off his skills at the center field position, coming up with a great catch to rob Jake Skoll of what would have been extra bases.
Two-0 count here on Reese Hampton. He reached on an error by Donaldson to kick off the 2-run 4th inning that gave the Party Animals their first point of the ball game. Struck out his first time. That, of course, was against Hosley. Hampton was the first man to face Donnie tonight. He's 1 sprint away from tying Skoll with 23 atop the sprint leaderboard. Instead, he sends this a 1.5 miles high. And Noah Bridges. And a lot of time to wait for it to tumble out of the sky. He grabs out number 2.
That was a very similar approach for Reese Hampton like we saw from Dustin Baber, expecting fastball, sold out for it. But unfortunately got just a little underneath it.
Pitcher! Dakota Stilts Albritton!
It's a tough outing for Donaldson. As Dakota Stilts Albritton looks to remain hitless here in his 4th Banana Ball World Tour. Didn't pitch in the One City World Tour. He only hit in the 2 games in Savannah and the 2 in Mobile, Alabama. Then he pitched for the first time in Columbus, Georgia. And the 2022 World Tour continues to hone his craft. And of course, compared to most pitchers in this tour, a tiny sample size, he's been as good as anybody.
I don't think anybody expected Dakota Stilts Albritton to open up the 2024 World Tour with 14 consecutive hitless appearances on the mound. And now he tries to make it 15 against one of the better Party Animal batters, Dalton Cornett.
Ground out and fly out so far tonight for DC3. Two-0 pitch. 3 balls and no strikes. Stilts has allowed 2 sprints on this tour, won't do it on that pitch. Going right around the black of the outside corner. And he's battled back into the count. It is full at 3-2. The payoff. There is his 3rd sprint allowed on the year. Cornette not the fleetest of foot, but he's going to test the Bananas sprint defense and rewarded with 2 bases for his efforts. Manners in an awkward positioning with Stilts on the bump. And that's huge with 2 runs already home. Another man in scoring position, and now Chase Acuff will swing it.
And I think Dalton Cornette was well aware of that fact. The Bananas having to toss this at greater lengths than usual to get it to the infielders. And with that being said, with that ball drifting up in the air just a little bit longer between those transitions, Dalton Cornette decided to turn on the Jets and hustle it into second.
2-0 coming to Chase Acuff. It's in on the hands, deep drive to left. Crosby on his horse. It's off the wall. Acuff has the first hit in 2024 against Dakota Stilts Albritton. It's a booming double, driving in Cornette, and in one fell swoop, he's no longer hitless on the mound, and finally has an ERA north of 0.00. This one spanked. What a stop by Cox. 360 across the diamond in time. The glove magician with another masterful trick at short.
And takes a bow to the crowd after coming up with that web gem. Dakota Stilts Albritton, despite giving up the first run of his season, pretty fired up and thankful for that play made by the glove magician. Wow.
Nice scoop from EJ at the other end. He was fired up after the outstanding play made by his shortstop. The Banana Band blasts away below us here in the stands. And a reminder that our next broadcast will be in Oklahoma City on May 16th. It'll be 7 p.m. Central Time Zone. First of 3 games back in the capital of Oklahoma. Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark, one of our favorite stops of the 33 a year ago. It'll be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night broadcasts, all of them with first pitch at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and of course the pregame's kicking off at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. Ryan Rodriguez, aka Sexy Mexi, the new man on the mound for the Party Animals as he tries to defend a 2-run lead here in the 5th.
Was used as an opener in Fresno, California for the Party Animals. Did not give up any runs to the Savannah Bananas. And for Ryan Rodriguez, the Bananas batting 189 against him on the 2024 World Tour. That is the best mark among all Party Animals pitchers this season.
Meaty part of this Nanners lineup. The kid out of Newhall, California, stares down the pride of Manhattan Beach. Couple Cali kids doing battle. Alexiadis, the 2023 Pioneer League MVP. In his 3rd season with the Ogden Raptors. Led the league in home runs, extra base hits, and walks. And did it with swings like that. Ends up chasing the cutter low. Rodriguez pretty much just cutter, slider, and a 12-6 curveball. Soft contact. Hussein charging in, slings it across the diamond just in time. Fine play by the kid out of Houston, Texas.
And a really nice stretch at first base from Jason Swan as well. able to hold that top corner of the first base bag to get the ball in the mitt and retire Reese Alexiadis.
Now Dan Oberst, the 2021 Gulf South Conference Player of the Year. He offers a soft tapper foul. And flew out to left his first time. The Bananas need a base runner before they can think about tying this 5th inning. Good take there on the bender, down and away. Shot, whoa, knocked down by Hussein. He gathers it and won't have a chance. That ball was blistered. Hot one to the hot corner, and Oberst will have himself a well-struck single.
It's all about making hard contact for Dan Oberst across his banana ball career, and this one hit so hard. Jordan Hussein can't quite find it cleanly in the glove, and Oberst uses his excellent speed to get in with the infield knock.
Nobody better to represent the inning-tying run as EJ swings through a heater from Sexy Mexi. Jones Jr. hit by a pitch his first time. Rodriguez turns his Tukis to home plate and fires one down and in. Two balls and a strike on the Tours' leader in home runs last year and currently here in 2024. That one squibbed towards second. Baber will flip to Acuff for one. 360 over to first in time. A twin killing as the Party Animals tie this game up at 2 points each.
Beautifully executed double play from Justin Baber and Chase Acuff. And how about the celebration from Ryan Rodriguez as well after getting out of the frame in 3 minutes and 1 second. Does a split there right by the pitcher's mound.
Let's get it down to Jake Lialios.
With some special guests. Couple things about the Party Animals. We love to dance.
Just kidding. Forget about Lialios. Let's get it down to Sam Bauman.
DJ Josh, I'm so glad you ditched Jake and came over to me because this is big right now. I'm live down here at Sutter Health Park on the field, and we've heard multiple reports of an extraterrestrial sighting. Now, I'm not one to speculate, but because I am live on air right now, speculation is exactly what I'm going to do. I believe they're talking about the man behind me. That's DJ the Invader. A lot of rumors flying around about this guy and where he came. What's that? Yeah, I'm just learning we've got some new images coming in. Even more terrifying than this, guys. We're going to pull them up on the screen for you. This is alleged proof of DJ in his youth. Now, these are provided by Jason Swan of the Party Animals, an alleged friend of DJ the Invader, but we've seen Jason with his shirt off. I don't know if he's from here. And I should point out, guys, if you believe what you hear on TV, they say DJ is from Florida. You know what else is in Florida, guys? Kennedy Space Center. And you know what they do there? Send people to space. And you know what comes from space? Aliens. That's exactly right. So, I don't want to say that DJ is from space, but people have said his pitches are absolutely out of this world. He may be remembered as just a mystery. The pyramids of Egypt, crop circles, how Josh's mustache always looks immaculate. A wonder and a mystery all in one, guys. But things are getting a little eerie down here, and I feel like before it's too late, I should get out of here before, well, I go up above. I'm going to send it back to you guys up there.
Sam Bauman. That is Big J journalism at its best. I don't think I've ever seen a better investigative report come out of Banana Land.
I'm terrified. I'm terrified for Sam. I'm terrified at what DJ the Invader might do to the Party Animals here in this 6th inning. As we've seen across DJ's last 4 outings, he's only allowed 4 hits and no runs to the Party Animals, but unfortunately, his inning will begin with a pitch getting away from Bill Leroy, and Tanner Thomas, for the 2nd time in 3 games, swipes first base.
Second steal of first of the weekend, second steal of first on the tour. He ties Acuff and Baber, as well as Noah Fisher, with 4 party animals all knotted at 2 steals apiece to lead their team. 1-1 count here on Hussein. Soft tapper to Cox. 360, glove to glove, in time for the double play. What a doozy. The trick play from Cox, the slick turn from Olsen.
And you can see both of those guys, best friends at the shortstop and second base position, fired up after turning the double play, but we have a challenge from the party animals. We'll take a look at this on replay.
We're ready to rumble, Mr. Frangelo. Let's start the 1-minute clock. And control room, our folks on the other side of the country. The clock is ticking, so no pressure, but let's look at it when we can. Okay, yeah, he looks like he's safe now. Another look. We've got the time. If there's another angle, we'll look at it, but that's
safe.
Pretty cut and dry safe.
From this angle, it's safe.
Yep, control room. Yeah, we're gonna call it. We don't even need another one.
Call is overturned, guys.
Overturned call. Runner is safe.
Great work from our folks behind the scenes, cooking that up. Undeniable evidence that Hussein was able to beat the wrap. It's still a trick play for Coxie. It's still a great turn from Olsen. He did all he could to try and make it 2 outs.
It's more so just the speed of Jordan Hussein once again at work for the party animals. So that's a great save by Bill Leroy. DJ almost went wide of Taj Porter, now entering the ball game for Bronson Ballholm, replacing him as the extra hitter.
.3-0 to the switch hitter. And the invader pours it in for strike 1. Ballholm and Porter, both switch hitting catchers. In a tandem with Dalton Cornetis. This one ripped through the right side. Hussein was off on the pitch, so he'll get to third easily. Bridges took a tumble out in right, but shows off his excellent arm, firing a strike into EJ. And the challenge used by Mike Vivacis looms that much larger now because there are runners on the corners with just 1 out for Jason Swan, who's 2 for 2 on the night. And lifts this one to center. Alexiadis lines it up. There goes Hussein from third. The throw up the first base line, and even if it was a perfect strike, it would not have been in time to get the speedy third baseman for the Animals. The boys in black and pink have pushed at least a run across in 3 straight innings, and now threaten to take their first lead in points in the ball game as they pull out one of their legendary celebrations. It's red light, green light. This time, though, the fellas scattered all across the infield, and the lights turned off in Sutter Health Park. It never gets old. It just never gets old. That is one of my favorites. I know it's one of the favorites for the party animals as well. The boys just have a blast whenever they get to pull off the red light, green light, as you get another look at the sac fly from Swan.
Well, those lights may not have turned red or green, but I'll tell you what, they did hit the strobe on those lights in Sutter Health Park, which fired up all of the party animals.
Now Dustin Baber, who rocketed a 2-run home run out to left his last time. And with fans Irish jigging behind him, he'll drop to a knee and put down his 38th adult beverage of the tour. Official count now, According to Biko, 36 beers, 1 spicy margarita, 1 glass of wine. Sounds right?
Spot on.
One of those 36 beers was green, in case anybody cares for that. It was St. Paddy's Day weekend in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. More of an asterisk than a different beverage altogether. One count. Steady diet of off speed so far. The Invader's best pitch is his changeup as this one is lifted out to right. Olsen out, Bridges in, and Jackie will make the play. 1 run for the Animals. And the Bananas will need 1 run to tie the 6th inning, keep the game knotted at 2 points each. 2 runs to win it and retake their lead in the all-important points department. The fans delighted because it's T-shirt toss o'clock as you get another look at the pop-up to end the top of the 6th. And as the folks go wild here in the 916, let's pop it up into the broadcast booth because it's that time to give you the keys to potentially earn yourself a free pair of shoes courtesy of our dear friends over at Zappos with Josh Talevsky. This is Biko Scala. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday night with us here in virtual Banana Land, as we have done 37 times this year and will a 38th. We give you the buzzword that you will have to put in, as well as all of your relevant information for a chance at a free pair of shoes. I have talked enough. Drum roll, please. Boy, we are on a roll. That was really good. Crown. Crown is our buzzword tonight. That is C-R-O-W-N, crown.
You look confused. Do you know why we have selected crown?
Sacramento Kings
there
are right
we
down
go.
the street.
Okay. Good.
They wear crowns. For some reason, the first thing I was thinking, when I see crown, singular crown, I think of Crown Royale. Now, it turns out that crown was just a complete coincidence. We have no idea why the coordinating producer of Bananas Television, our director tonight, Chad Reese, chose it. That's just a mystery. Similar to where DJ the Invader truly hails from, although, as Sam Bauman reported, he certainly grew up in Florida. And Bill Leroy having a blast with his fellas, a champagne shower. It's a guy who has not needed an ounce of help throughout his 7 years of Banana Land fame. Famously came from the University of North Georgia on a temporary contract in the summer of 2018. Tried to tie this inning up in one fell swoop as he stares down the man out of Fontana, California, Dalton Ponce, who turns 24 years young tonight. Chopped over the leap of Ponce. Baber under the leg. Oh, smooth as could be on the trick play. Derek Ginger has out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes Jackson Olsen, and he's got a mic in hand. Jackie, what are you doing with a mic, buddy? All right, we're not going to find out yet. Ponce finds a strike.
Can you just give me 1 second? What's up, Banana Nation? My name's Jackson Olsen, and as you know, I've been single for a long time, about 2.5 years. So I actually haven't even been on a date in 2.5 years. So girl in the front row in the white top,
There you go.
I've had a crush on you for a really long time. Like 1 hour to be exact. Will you go on a date with me?
Well, I guess that all depends if you can get on base.
Okay. Ponce, you know what to do. Throw me a strike down the middle. Let's go.
Oh, Jackson Olsen laying it all on the line and will earn himself his first date In 2.5 years, if he can reach base, and naturally Ponce throws him a filthy two-seam fastball down and away.
For Jackson Olsen, he was really trying to go deep to prove his love more than anything there. Now Ponce with a stutter step before delivering this one to Olsen. Bounce to Dustin Baber. That one under the leg speed once again, and it is back-to-back trick plays
That's
for
all right.
Dustin Baber and Jackson.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Just a complete wreck over there past the first base bag.
And Jackie got a maybe next time. Yeah, that's a beautiful moment. Good to see that David Trussell, the first base umpire, was there for Jackie in this trying time. He does not want any cameras on him.
What is Garrett DeClue doing?
Garrett DeClue, Mr. Steal Your Potential Girl, out of nowhere. He's going to see if he could riz up that last. And now with an 0-1 count on Brandon Crosby, Ponce has prepared a little birthday boogie. His karate chop. Oh! Baber, Acuff, and Hampton in sync behind Mr. Ponce, and this is a doozy of a dance. Well, he just wants to rolly with a dab of ranch and then steals a strike on the outside corner.
Arms flying everywhere, legs all over the place as well. And a perfect strike on the corner there to Brandon Crosby, and Dalton Ponce a strike away from a great MPI time. This one now skied out to the fans behind the Bananas dugout a couple rows up, but unable to come up with the catch.
Crosby singled up the middle his first time. Ponce tries to front door the bender. He's got a slider and a 12-6 curveball to go with a changeup, 4-seam and 2-seam fastballs. He'll drop down to sidearm. Very funky man out of the Party Animals pen. Breaks Crosby's bat. Swan sliding from his tuchus. Not able to get the very speedy Crosby in time. It'll be an infield single, and Showtime's 2 for 2.
To hit. She is the NCAA softball home run queen. Number 78, Jocelyn Olo.
What a spot for Jocelyn Olo. She represents the inning-winning run, takes the fastball just a pinch down. Take a look at her otherworldly stats across her 4-year career at Oklahoma. Line drive straight to Acuff at short. You live by the barrel and you die by the barrel. A quality at bat, but the Party Animals have won their 3rd straight frame and take their first lead in points tonight. Let's get it down to Christian Dearman.
Mr. Electric, and my goal is to make the biggest wave in Shooter Health Park history. Starting right here in the right field berm. So on my count, let's ride this wave. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, get those hands up. Bring it around the field. Get those hands up, people. Let's ride this wave. Come on, people, let's feel electric! Oh, down! Keep going, keep going! We need the biggest wave in history! Bring it around town!
Mr. Electric, excellent job getting the wave going here in Sutter Health Park. Zach Philly Phillips takes over for DJ the Invader on the bump.
And coming off of 2 solid innings against the Party Animals on Thursday night in this ballpark, only allowed 1 hit, Also recorded a strikeout against the Party Animals and had 2 excellent minutes per inning times as well, finishing the 7th in 3 minutes and 13 seconds, and then the 8th in 3 minutes and 59 seconds.
Combined 11 years of minor league baseball experience between Phillips and Skoll, and that's going to be a perfect swinging bunt. Miscommunication between the Bananas battery mates. Leroy and Phillips both thought the other was going to grab the banana ball. And Skoll is aboard. Party Animals leader in stolen bases, 11 swiped bags in 13 attempts. Reese Hampton turns around to hit it from the right side. Reached on an error in the 4th. Scored the run that would contribute to the Party Animals' first point of the night. But 0 for 3, a strikeout and a flyout.
And this 1-point lead, not enough for the Party Animals, and it's already evident by the leads we're seeing for Jake Skoll off of first base after reaching against Zach Phillips.
This one blasted foul. Not caught. Phillips, a 27th round draft pick by the Royals in 2019. Made it up to Double-A in Northwest Arkansas, Springdale to be exact. This one on a hop, could be 2, bounce to Cox, barehanded over to first. Trick play for Olsen. What a double play for the Bananas, and now we hope Ryan Cox is okay because he is limping his way out of the twin killing.
DR Meadows checking on Ryan Cox, who seems to be okay. The Bananas missed out on the trick play, double play an inning ago, and here it's Jackson Olsen setting it up, and the Bananas turning it successfully. That Jake Skoll infield single immediately wiped off for the Bananas.
One adjustment by the glove magician on the bounce from his double play partner. Is this one to Coxie? He goes between the legs, 360 over to first. Quick work for Phillips as he retires the minimum for the Party Animals, and now we really just hope that Ryan Cox is not too seriously injured.
Well, Ryan Cox appearing to turn that trick play successfully. Zach Phillips out of the inning in 2 minutes and 23 seconds. And now we get it down to the field. How about Maceo dancing it up on the dugout?
Nobody dances to the king of pop like Bananas dancing first and third base coach. He's the best in the biz and takes center stage as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning here in the farm to food capital of the country. Well, Maceo boogies. I'm happy to report that Ryan Cox is slapping his helmet and batting gloves on, preparing to lead off the bottom of the 7th. After he headed off the field gingerly, and we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to give you the tour numbers on Dylan Porter in his 2nd year as a Party Animal.
Pitched last night for the Party Animals and only threw 10 pitches, allowing a walk-off. Issued 4 straight bad ones to open up his night against Dan Oberst, who got into second base. And just a couple batters later, the inning was over with an Eric Jones walk-off RBI single.
It'll be 10-1 and 2 in the lineup for the Nanners. Cox, then Meadows and Deeb. That's what Zach Blankenship faced in the 4th inning and set them down in order. A strikeout of Ryan Cox. Just about as rare a sighting as the Northern Lights getting down to Savannah, Georgia. 1-2 count. That is some healthy gas from the man out of Oakland, California. The pistol squat from Porter. And a cut and a miss. That was a disgusting two-seamer. Another look. I mean, that's one of the gnarliest pitches I've literally seen in my life.
Great late life on the two-seamer and set it perfectly. We saw Zach Blankenship use the high fastball as the wipeout pitch to strike out Ryan Cox in the 4th inning. Dylan Porter uses it to then set up that great two-seamer.
DR Meadows behind 0-2. When Porter has his control, he's just about as tough as anyone to hit in Banana Land. Saw him nail down 3 saves across the Party Animals' 9-game winning streak to steal the 2023 tour from the Nanners. Another pistol squat, and this one pounded into the grass. Nice play by Acuff. Off balance throw on the mark. And 2 up, 2 down here for Dylan Porter.
DR Meadows, excellent speed for the Bananas, got out of the box exceptionally well. That was the only thing keeping Chase Acuff from trying a trick play to retire DR. Instead, trying to ensure that the Party Animals maintain this 1-point lead in the ball game. Now Porter starts Michael Deeb with the pitch fouled back, 0-1.
Porter, a power pitcher at heart. A 91 to 93 mile an hour heater. He can touch 95 with it. Curveball, slider, and a changeup to round out the arsenal. High spin rate gas. He's got pretty good feel of both the 4-seam and 2-seam here. He's just giving Cox, Meadows, and now Deeb a steady diet of cheese. And as I say that, he misses inside with the heater. Maceo Harrison, I don't know if I can properly describe whatever he is doing in the third base coach's box. It's one where a picture, or in this case video, is worth 1,000 words.
I think the videos are worth 1,000,000 words.
I did read that somewhere. But you can't believe everything you read. I read that in a book. Think about that one. Well, Maceo boogies, and we're ready for a 2-2. Another pistol squat, 3rd of the inning, and look out. Frozen rope headed straight into the Party Animals dugout.
Bronson Ballholm and Brett Helton are dancing happily because they have avoided being hit by that Michael Deeb foul ball. Meanwhile, Taj Porter crawling away almost like he has been to war, so frightened by what just happened. Deeb fouls this one away opposite field, and that liner not corralled by the fans.
By the way, I can't take credit for you can't believe everything you read. I read that in a book somewhere. That would be from Jack Johnson. It's a little bit, I think, close to his lyrics, and it's all understood. Just don't want people to think that I just had a stroke of genius.
You love that song.
It's a banger. It's the Mellow Man, baby. Come on. Makes you think.
I remember that conversation now.
Final tune on his debut album. Jackie J is my guy. Another 2-2. What a battle here between Porter and Deeb, and as it deserved, it will go to a full count. Porter and Fisher now hiding behind a folding table. It's the safe move.
Very creative. Probably going to protect them as best as it can. And Dylan Porter on the 9th pitch of the at-bat to Michael Deeb misses down. And how about Michael Deeb able to hustle into second base? Party Animals outfielders have a little bit of a tricky time transitioning it between each other. It was Tanner Thomas, the left fielder, who appeared to get a late jump crashing in towards that second base bag.
Deeb's 12th ball four sprint of the tour, compared to 11 strikeouts. He now ties Eric Jones Jr. for the Bananas team high in ball four sprints. He represents the inning-winning run. Rather, Malachi Mitchell pinch running for him. Represents the inning-winning run on second. Reese Alexiadis with a healthy cut and a miss. Second straight at bat for Super Reese that he battles one of his home state pals. Before it was Ponce, now it's Porter. 4 California kids on the Party Animals. 2 men representing the Golden State for the Bananas, Alexiadis and Robert Anthony Cruz. Reese with a fly out and ground out tonight. Once again, can't catch up to the Dylan Porter fastball.
But it has been anything innings 4 through 9 where Reese Alexiadis' bat really comes alive. He is batting below 100 in innings 1 through 3 this season, and then batting .396 in innings 4 through 9, and looking to come up big with a game-tying knock.
We'll see another 1-2 offering. Porter sticking with the spicy mustard. The Bananas tour leader in runs scored, 33 of them leading off second. Malachi Mitchell. Another fastball, another foul ball. That one caught! Nice snag with the glove. Gets the Party Animals out of the inning. And we head to the 8th with the Animals still up 3 points to 2.
Dylan Porter getting a little congratulations from his catcher Dalton Cornett. Bailed out by the fans, and that was the 99th fan in Banana Ball history to catch a foul ball.
Our resident DJ and PA announcer, Shark, thanking all the service members. The frontline heroes, rather, for their service, as the Party Animals grab their hero and take him down on the field. It's always the most raucous celebration for the school teachers, which warms my heart. Come from a family of teachers on both sides. I would wager that's one of our school teachers right there. Zach Phillips out for his second inning of work. It's going to be 4, 5, and 6 for the Animals. Acuff cuts and misses at a fastball, and Philly winds and delivers. Quick 0-2 count.
Philly looking to deliver another quick inning. One of the fastest pitchers we have ever seen in Banana Ball. Chase Acuff putting up a good battle, fouling that one off. And why wouldn't Philly want to work quick again after working a 2-minute and 23-second 7th inning?
Peter just misses down and in. 4-seam, 2-seam, and cut fastballs, as well as the curveball you saw right there. That's a back foot bender. And a changeup as well. This one tapped, barehanded by Phillips. He'll underhand it to EJ for out number 1.
That one took one tap in the infield grass, wound up in the bare hand of Zach Phillips. With a big reaction, holds the ball up to the crowd, ever the showman. Even showing Chase Acuff it would look like, and then tossing that one over to EJ. Just completely unfazed and working very quickly already against Bryson Bloomer. 3 pitches in and an 0-2 count.
That was reminiscent of the literal hot potato and bench warmers. Spot on. Shout out Reggie Jackson. Excellent cameo in that film. Cut and a miss. Nice curveball for the strikeout of Bryson Bloomer. And Philly 1 out away from 2 scoreless innings of relief. We'll have to get through Tanner Tinder Thomas.
And he has thrown 11 pitches in this inning, and he's only 1 minute and 45 seconds into it.
Tanner Thomas with a unique 0-for-1 evening. Robbed of a hit by Jackson Olsen his first time. Then has reached on an RBI ball for a sprint and a steal of first base. Deuces are wild. Few shakes here from Phillips. And this one tapped back to Olsen. He'll go under the leg over to first. And a quick inning of work for Phillips, who has 2 scoreless frames in his back pocket.
He bets his 7th inning time by 2 seconds. 2 minutes and 21 seconds, the mark in the 8th. And Jackson Olsen collecting the 10th trick play of the night between the Bananas and Party Animals.
The Animals lead 3 points to 2. Phillips doing his darndest to give his offense an opportunity for the equalizer. He turns Sutter Health Park yellow. The lights go down, and a sea full of stars comes alive for us here in West Sacramento. It's been a fantastic 38th game of our tour thus far, the 151st Banana Ball game ever played in front of fans. Sacramento, our 12th stop of 29 different cities here in 2024. And put another one on the list, yellow. And let's add Hey Baby while we're at it. We'll also bring the Bananas and Party Animals together during the 2-hour time limit. It's a list of 5 possible events, but nothing more wholesome than celebrating the Bananas foster family of the night. I'm sure it all makes you feel pretty darn good, Mr. Young Professors. There's a whole lot that can bring the people together in Banana Land.
Banana Nation, we love you so much. Now let's go Bananas!
Good to see Ryan Kellogg linked up with Noah Fisher there. Our pride of the Great White North with the kid out of the Detroit, Michigan area. I think they are like-minded boys. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and one of the best pitchers we've ever seen in Banana Ball taking over, Drew Gillespie. His numbers on this tour are terrific. His numbers last year were tremendous as well. The man out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, comes in for 4, 5, and 6 in the Nanners lineup. Dan Oberst blasts this deep out to right center field. Hampton is going to have to try and get it off the wall. Skoll will chase it down. And Dan has himself an easy 3-bagger, his second triple of the tour. Inning-winning run is 90 feet from scoring, 1 pitch into the inning.
And Drew Gillespie has been Dan Oberst's kryptonite across his Banana Ball career. Dan entering that at-bat 0 for 5 against Drew. Finally comes up with his first knock this season against the right-hander in a major way.
Party Animals have to bring the infield in against the most prolific power hitter in Banana Ball history. Heater up and in. EJ was plunked his first time tonight, bounced into a double play his last trip to the dish. Gillespie, a very unique right-hander. Mostly throws 3/4, will drop down sidearm. Sits 91 to 93. And floats a front door bender in for strike 1 on a 2-0 pitch.
Not what Eric Jones Jr. was expecting out of the hand of Drew Gillespie at all.
Another bender, this one fouled away. Not caught by the fans, count 2-2. 4-seam, 2-seam, and cut fastballs, as well as the curveballs you've seen on the last 2 pitches, and a changeup. Goes back to the gas and gets a huge strikeout for out number 1.
Went back-to-back off-speed pitches, and pretty easy to tell Drew Gillespie and Dalton Cornett trying to set up a heater. Cornett looking low. This one instead winds up elevated, and EJ still comes up empty-handed.
It turned out to be a terrific location. Right around the top of the zone. Jones Jr. had to take a cut at it. And now with Bill Leroy coming up, Looks like Reese Hampton's going to run in from center field, and it's going to be a 5-man infield. Tanner Thomas and Jake Skoll barely pinching in from left and right. So as you can see right now, center field, there is a whole lot of open real estate there.
And you see Jake Skoll, the Party Animals right fielder, starting to shift into right center field to be able to cover ground in both right and center should Bill Leroy lift this one out to the outfield.
Leroy 0 for 2 on the night, waiting for an 0-2 pitch from Gillespie. And that's a good leave on the high heat. The speedy Dan Oberst leads off third. Caught and a miss! A sword for Leroy, gnarly two-seamer. And back-to-back enormous strikeouts for Gillespie.
A perfect pitch from Drew Gillespie, running it in on the hands of Bill Leroy. Almost one of those self-defense swings at the end of the night. And for Bill, unfortunately 0 for his last 18 up at the dish for the Bananas.
The fate of the frame in the hands of Jackson Olsen. Can't connect on the first pitch fastball and then fouls away the curve. Gillespie with back-to-back 0-2 counts after he fell behind Jones. 2 balls, no strikes. Drew looks dialed in now.
Really feeling himself out on the mound. He's ahead of Olsen 0-2. And knowing that Jackie is a very aggressive hitter, I think you try and go something off speed. Instead challenges him with the high heater.
He said, take that off speed. And
shove it where the sun don't shine,
yeah,
buddy.
I wasn't even going to say it, but yeah, that's exactly right. That's what Drew says. His words, not ours. And boy, he just misses on the fastball. We were looking on the camera from behind home plate, so my guess is as good as yours as to where that one missed.
I don't know if the Party Animals were expecting the delayed call from Vincent Chapman or if they thought for Gillespie and Cornett walking off the field would get the call from Vince, but does not budge. And the next delivery from Drew after a long walk around the pitcher's mound, spoiled by Jackson Olsen.
And the plot thickens. Another 1-2 pitch coming. This one fouled away again. Unfortunately, our center field camera has gone to the land of shadow and flame. So the broadcast will become a little bit more unique. Another 1-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is where in Banana Ball you have to find the zone, because if you go to a 3-ball count, you're one bad one away from losing the inning. Up the middle, Jackson Olsen comes through in the clutch. It's 3-3, going to the 9th.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat to number 8, he comes through for the Savannah Bananas. Now things all evened up at 3 points going into the final inning, and Drew Gillespie heated at something going into that Party Animals dugout.
I'll tell you what he's heated about. He's heated about Vincent Chapman. He thought he had strike 3 called, would have had 3 Ks in the inning. The Party Animals would be up by a point going to the 9th. Unfortunately for us in broadcast land, that pitch coincided perfectly with our center field camera biting the dust, at least for the time being. And we'll get it down to the young professor as you get another look at the Olsen walk-off.
Heading into the 9th inning, we are all tied up. 3 points for the Party Animals, 3 points for the Savannah Bananas. But here's where things get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. In this game, in the final inning, every run counts for a point. That means if we are still tied at the end of this, we will go to a showdown. But every run will count here. This is to decide the city of Sacramento. So ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet and welcome to the final inning.
And it's time to meet the ring dudes tonight on the Party Animal dugout. Number 27, Jake Lialios. On top of the Bananas dugout, we got number 21, Jared Donaldson, and number 12, Cowboy Kyle Louie.
Lialios for the Party Animals, Luigs and Donaldson for the Nanners on top of their dugouts, getting the folks fired up for our final inning. Austin Krasminski will take over for Zach Phillips, who was brilliant across 2 scoreless innings of relief. He earns the point in the 8th. And now, Jocelyn Allo and her Savannah Bananas have knotted the game up in the 9th. 1 pitch, 1 out. Jordan Hussein retired. Another trick play for Jackson Olsen, who keeps pouring them on.
And this feels like a redemption outing for Austin Krasminski after blowing his 2nd save of the season last night. The Party Animals rallying against him with 2 outs, a Baber single, a Reese Hampton hit by pitch, a passed ball by Bill Leroy. And then, of course, we saw a ball four sprint issued from Krem that led to the Animals tying up the ball game. Looking to keep them off the board and give the Bananas a chance at back-to-back walk-offs in the final inning of play, as this one is chopped over to Eric Jones Jr. with a perfect feed to Krem, covering the bag at first.
Taj Porter had singled back in the 6th in his first at-bat of the night. Krem gets him here. And quickly, the Party Animals down to their final out in the top of the 9th. It'll be Jason Swan. Sacrifice fly his last time. He's been the best man offensively across the last 2 nights for the boys in black and pink. Krasminski, a 3-pitch guy, 4-seam fastball, circle changeup, and a slider. Sits 93-94 with the heat. Comes to Banana Land after 4 years in the Los Angeles Angels minor league system, another as a Chicago Cubs minor leaguer. It is serious stuff that the 2017 Collegiate Banana is equipped with.
And again, with the way that Jason Swan's approach at the plate has helped the Party Animals tonight and the night before. 5 RBIs across these last 2 games. Party Animals opt not to golden batter for him, but might if Swan is able to reach with Dustin Baber on deck.
The 2-2. Lined, grabbed by Jackson Olsen. Another barrel from Swan, nothing to show for it. Here's the young professor.
Bananas managed to hold off the onslaught from the ever-dangerous Party Animals on the defensive side of the ball. Here's the situation heading into the bottom of the 9th. The Bananas need only 1 run to walk this off. Again, this is to determine who wins the series here in Sacramento. This is high-stakes banana ball. Sacktown, get on your feet, because it all comes down to this.
We are knotted at 3 points from each side. And taking his time walking back out to the mound is Drew Gillespie. He had some choice words for home plate umpire Vincent Chapman after he thought that he had struck out Jackson Olsen looking. Did not get the call. Jackie ended up walking off the 8th inning. And here we are with Gillespie staring down the bottom 3 in the Bananas lineup. Brandon Crosby, Noah Bridges, and Ryan Cox due to swing it. The Bananas still have their golden batter available. And Gillespie's trying to send us to tiebreaker showdowns.
And with this, the bottom 3 in the Bananas order, and judging off of the success they had using the golden batter last night, I would wager one of these 3 batters is taken out of their chance of getting a knock and instead replaced with the likes of, I'd imagine, either D.R. Meadows, who got the hit last night, or Dan Oberst.
Yeah, D.R. a perfect 2 for 2 in his golden batter appearances, so why fix what ain't broke?
Could very much be game situation dependent as well, if they possibly need the power from Dan or looking more contact from DR.
Excellent point. Gillespie laughing because he thought that was ball one and he got the strike call. 2 pitches, 1 out. Crosby was 2 for 2. He's now 2 for 3. Acuff takes care of Showtime. Now Noah Bridges, who in his lone trip to the dish tonight sent a monster moonshot home run to the bullpen out in right center field. 2-run blast that walked off the 3rd inning. He gets a backdoor curveball for strike 1 here.
And has had a handful of pinch hit plate appearances against Drew Gillespie this season and has wound up batting .400 against Drew in that span.
2 for 5 on the tour against the gnarly reliever that the Party Animals trust in their biggest spots. Up the middle, base hit for Bridges. The game's winning run is aboard, and Noah blessed with unbelievable speed. Here comes the young professor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Savannah Bananas are going to their golden batter. Hitting in the place of Ryan Cox is their golden batter, DR the Doc Meadows.
Tyler Gillum, Adam Virant, and Ray Ortega decide to go with the doctor. With the game's winning run on first, why not go with the tour's best hitter thus far, who bounces it just barely foul down the 3rd base line.
This decision makes perfect sense from the Bananas coaching staff. You've got a runner on. You are not down to your last out. You're not necessarily looking for the home run swing. Just a guy who can move Noah Bridges up the 2nd or possibly even 3rd base.
DR taps it to short. Acuff goes over to Baber for 1. The return to first not in time. And this is where the strategy becomes that much more fascinating, because Meadows is due up in the order now. Will trade the golden helmet for his own. And he hits with 2 outs. And what looks to be Dalton Malden pinch running for DR himself. Whoa, what a scoop by Cornette. Malden scampers back to first safely. DR versus Drew, round 2. Electric Boogaloo. Bounce to the left side again. Hussein will go the short way. We're going to tiebreaker showdowns.
And at the end of 9 innings, we are all tied up. But again, ladies and gentlemen, according to the rules of Banana Ball, we don't have extra innings. Ladies and gentlemen of Sacramento, welcome to the showdown. The showdown works as follows. 1 hitter versus 1 pitcher with 1 fielder. The Party Animals will have an opportunity to bat first. If they score, they go up a point. The Bananas must answer back to keep the showdowns going. A home run over the wall wins the whole thing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is to determine this city. Welcome to the showdown. On the mound for the Savannah Banana is Austin Kuzminski. Reese Alexiades is our fielder.
And the only thing we still need to know, Mr. Young Professor,
batting in the showdown for the Party Animals, number 6, Reese Hampton.
Right on cue. Reese Hampton continues to be the man to kick off showdowns for the Party Animals. The former Tigers and Diamondbacks minor leaguer faces off against the former Angels and Cubs minor leaguer on the mound. This is what Banana Ball is all about.
5th time we've seen showdowns on this year's World Tour. The last time we saw it, it went 3 rounds, and Austin Kuzminski pitching in showdowns for the 2nd time in his career. Was able to get 2 showdown shutdowns in 3 opportunities. One of them came against Greece Lightning.
That one just misses the outside corner. 3 balls and no strikes. Reese Alexiadis, the fielder for the Bananas. He has to keep both his feet on the infield grass until the ball is put in play. And Reese is swinging away. Sends it deep out to left. Alexiadis on his horse. Reese around second base. The ball just in front of the track. Alexiadis fires it in. Hampton cruises home. Party Animals jump ahead 4 points to 3.
By 1, now 4 points to 3. But the Bananas have an opportunity to answer back here. This is a must-score situation to continue our showdowns. A home run over the wall can end it all right here. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the Banana side of the showdown. Drew Gillespie is on the mound for the Party Animals. Chase Acuff is the fielder.
And Mr. Young Professor, sir, if you could.
And batting in the showdown for the Bananas, DR the Doc Meadows.
Boy, it feels like it's Christmas because we've got tiebreaker showdowns. And for the 3rd time across the 9th inning and this first round of showdowns, it's Gillespie versus Meadows. 2 of the best at each of their positions.
A 3rd straight time where DR is facing Drew Gillespie. Saw 4 pitches across those 2 at-bats and now lifts this one out to the opposite field, reaching the warning track. DR with incredible wheels is going to waltz in and score. The Bananas and Party Animals, both with points in the first round of showdowns.
We go into round 2 of the showdowns. In a round 2, it works like this. 1 hitter versus 1 pitcher. No fielder. This is mano y mano. 1-on-1. Kuzminski still on the mound for the Bananas. And stepping into the box for the Party Animals, number 1, Jake Skoll.
A battle between 2 legends from the Atlanta, Georgia area. Kuzminski from Roswell, Georgia. Jake, originally from Roswell, calls Woodstock, Georgia home these days. And a hard hit ball to the right side. Skoll's off to the races. Kuzminski with no help from a fielder. He's on his horse as well. He's approaching the ball as Skoll rounds 3rd. And Jake's going to use his speed to put the Party Animals back on top 5-4.
Skoll puts another point on the board for the Party Animals. Once again, the Bananas must answer back here. Drew Gillespie is looking for the strikeout to shut things down.
I'm using Vegas Golden back, so I'm going to keep it going.
But here to stop that from happening for the Savannah Bananas is number 19, Dan Ober.
Another battle we've seen plenty of times in showdowns already this year. Gillespie versus Oberst. And first pitch is skied to the right side. Drew has a beat on it. He can't get it out of the air, but he might be able to get Dan at the dish. He fumbles the ball, fires it into Cornett. And on 2 hops, the Party Animals are going to survive 5-4, and they win the city of Sacramento.
Tonight's contest by a score of 5-4 in showdown.
What a gutsy victory for the bad boys of Banana Land.
A much-needed win for the Party Animals. Now down 6 games to the Bananas in this 2024 season series. and they avoid losing the state of California as well with the 5-4 win. And you know, of all players, it is Drew Gillespie, the most excited to pick up this victory for the Party Animals after feeling like he had that strike 3 call against Jackson Olsen, able to induce the soft contact of Dan Oberst, and all on his lonesome come up with the showdown shutdown to give the Animals win number 16 on tour.
Our next broadcast will be this coming Thursday night in Oklahoma City. First pitch 7 p.m. Central. Pre-game show 6:30 Central. We'll have a post-game show after Vava shouts out his boys.
Let me hear my Party Animal fans' voices. Let's meet your 2024 Party Animal. Starting pitcher, Sean Fluke, and catcher, Dalton Cornett. Your bullpen of Drew Gillespie, Garrett DeClue, Jake Lialios, Dalton Daniel Potts, Zach Blankenship, Garrett Delano, Big Butter Higgins, Ryan Rodriguez, Dylan Porter, and Brett Helton. Our infield group of Chase Acuff, Dustin Baber, Jordan Hussein, Noah Fisher, Jason Swan, and Bryson Baluba. Our reserve catchers tonight of Taj Porter and Bronson Balholm. Our outfield core of Tanner Tinder Thomas, Reese Hampton, and Jacob Michael Skoll. That beautiful coaching staff, pitching coach Isaac Hess, hitting coach Anthony Cremato, and myself, head coach Mike Vava Vivacis. Let's go!
What a W for the Party Animals. Of course, every game is must win, but this one was the definition of it. They came in down 7 games, and they come away down 6 heading to Oklahoma City. They earn a split of California, 3 games apiece with the Nanners, and the Animals lay claim to the state's capital here in Sacramento, taking 2 out of 3. As the boys in black and pink continue to party down on the field, we will take it up into the broadcast booth. With Josh Trelevsky, I'm Biko Scala. Thank you all so much for spending your Saturday with us here in virtual Banana Land. Josh, what a heck of a W for those boys in black and pink.
I'm not sure if we've seen back-to-back games as thrilling as what we've seen from these last 2 nights here in Sacramento, California. And it was a well-earned victory for the Party Animals, who fought very hard to claim the W tonight. Now, they were able to attack the Bananas bullpen in the middle innings in this ballgame, jumped on Danny Hosley as he was getting tired, and then Jared Donaldson never able to get comfortable. Party Animals tack on points against him and also touch up DJ the Invader, maintain the lead until unfortunately things do not go Drew Gillespie's way when it comes to getting the strike 3 call against Jackson Olsen. And from there, we were sent into showdowns. And overall, the Party Animals have been the better team in showdowns this season. They improved to a 3-2 record when Banana Ball games go to showdowns. And the main reason, Drew Gillespie, now 4 for 8 in showdown shutdowns versus his showdown opportunities, a 50% success rate, the highest we've seen from any pitcher on this year's tour. And of course, we saw Jake Skoll and Reese Hampton come away with the walk-offs in rounds 1 and 2 in showdowns. And Reese Hampton, 3 walk-offs in 5 opportunities this season. Jake Skoll, 2 walk-offs in his 2 opportunities. These guys are elite banana ball hitters and possess something very important in showdowns, a great blend of both power at the plate and lethal speed helping them score.
Yeah, there's nobody you would rather have in the first 2 spots in your lineup in showdowns than Reese Hampton and Jake Skoll. And from last night, the utter despair on the face of Bronson Balholm tonight. The immense amount of anger from Drew Gillespie coming off the mound after that bottom of the 8th inning. I mean, absolute venom. He was yelling at everybody in his dugout. We didn't capture it all on the camera. His head coach, Vava, had to grab him and kind of try to bring him back down to earth. These are both tremendous examples of how much the guys on both sides care. I mean, if you think that this thing is just a show and everything is just, sunshine and flowers and whoever wins, whatever, we're just here to have fun. Joy and fun and entertainment is the name of the game, but golly, if those players aren't laying it out on the line each and every night. We see it every single banana ball game we get to watch.
And the Party Animals, before we even played our first game last weekend in Fresno, California, we're talking about how they did not want to lose the state of California 2 years in a row to the Savannah Bananas. They worked hard to fight for this victory. And for the Party Animals, once again, we have seen them claim a lot of Game 1 victories in series and then struggle to try and close out winning a city, as they would continuously have sort of the offense would be inconsistent usually in these Game 2s. And, of course, Game 3s not really going their way either. Again, they got the offense to get them points across those middle innings, and then when they took it to showdowns, for the Party Animals, they feel very comfortable when playing in showdowns, and it was another thing that they proved even back in spring training when these two teams were scrimmaging each other in showdowns alone.
After the Noah Bridges walk-off home run in the 3rd, the Party Animals were down 2-0. They responded by winning the 4th, 5th, and 6th frames, and then they come away with the victory after 2 rounds of showdowns. Resilient win for the bad boys of Bananaland. Before we shut this thing down, we do have to shout out the cast and crew, and of course give away a free pair of shoes courtesy of our pals over at Zappos. Let's tackle the ladder first. Our winner tonight, drum roll please. Daniel Kreitzer, congratulations on your free pair of shoes courtesy of our dear friends over at Zappos. We'll be giving away another pair of shoes courtesy of our pals this coming Thursday night in OKC. All right, the crew that made it all possible. It starts with Kylie Sadamka, our coordinating producer here on site. Kylie, unbelievable across these 6 games in California. She is a rising superstar and a Rookie of the Year frontrunner right now in the BTV world. On the first base camera, Emerson Elmgren, the Iron Horse of BTV, dominating over there as per usual. When it comes to third base, that would be Logan Flair. Great work, Logan, on the third base cam. On the high home, Paul Riggs. Superb job by you, Mr. Paul. And on the high home, Jeff Haynes. Move that guy wherever you want him. He's going to kill it. On the low home, the Lexpert, Lexton Fowler, a.k.a. Lexington, Kentucky, also known as Battlestar Galactica. Now, it is not just the people here in Sacramento. We've got an incredible crew on the other side of the country in the control room, and they are led by our director, the coordinating producer of all of BTV, Mr. Chad Reese. And the man calling all the shots, well, under him a very important man as well, our technical director, Griffin Ellis, pressing all the right buttons at all the right times. The beautiful brain behind just about all of our technology here in BTV. On the replay, Jackson Hamilton, 2 straight nights of absolutely phenomenal work right there from Jackson. On the audio, Nicholas the Boss Keldy, some call him DJ Squints, and few out here on this side of the Mississippi call him Cowboy Kel Diggity. That guy, incredible on the 1s and the 2s. The scorebug handled by Kwanzi. One name, you know him, you love him, and boy, oh boy, if he doesn't nail that scorebug. On the graphics tonight, it was Julia Massey. On the statistics being updated on said graphics, Mikey O'Connor, the best dynamic duo you could ever find in the graphics world on this great earth. When it comes to the moderators in the chat, you know them, you love them. It is Colbite_ and Scott Thompson. Talk about a dynamic duo. They're the best in the biz as well. A special thank you to our video legend, Chris Sacchi, the Italian rapscallion and son of a gun. He deserves 3 times the shout-outs because I keep shouting out Zach Bro, and boy, we love you, ZB, a.k.a. Zacharias, wherever you are in the world goofing around. But Ivan Trezak, tracksuit, as our old mentor at the MLB Network, Nigel Jones, would say, Ivan Trezak, our YouTube king here in Sacramento and Fresno before that. The best in the biz, and my beloved roommate here in the city of trees. Josh Talevsky on the color commentary and statistical savantry. Beautiful.
Biko Scala I know Sean Fluke was roasted down on the field tonight, but just know that I would never do that to you while we're on the headsets. Now, I take the headsets off, and maybe I say a couple things.
All
but
bets off.
You were phenomenal tonight.
Thank you very much, Josh. Thanks to Tyler Gillum for agreeing to play third base for an inning. We said it was D'Armando. Son of a gun if we didn't want Gilly out there, and we may have pushed a few chips into the table to see that happen. And he got dirty for us. That was fantastic. And thank you to Sam Bauman for the enlightening report on DJ the Invader. That was terrific work, Mr. Bauman. I look forward to your next report. Special thanks, as always, to the executive producers of Bananas Television, Carrie, Emily, and Jesse Cole, as well as El Presidente himself, Jared Orton. For our entire cast and crew, I am Biko Scala saying so long for now. Party Animals take 2 out of 3 in Sacramento with the finale tonight, a 5-4 victory after 2 rounds of showdowns, a thrilling win for the bad boys of Bananaland. They will look to parlay that success Thursday night in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It'll be the first of 3 games. 7 p.m. Central, first pitch, 6:30 p.m. Central for the pregame show. Until we see you then from the capital of the Sooner State, we will see you later!
People think that Sean Fluke and Mike Vivasas became best friends while they were in college, but I actually heard they came together a different way. It was when they met playing the 2 bearded ladies in the traveling circus.
Quack, 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 quack.